welcome to this first scientific symposium of PEPR LUMA. We are very happy to be here at Sorbonne. We would like to thank deeply Sorbonne for its hospitality, and more particularly Anna for all her help during the preparation of these days. So I will give the floor to Mrs. Elisabeth ANGEL-PEREZ, who is Vice President of Sorbonne.
Thank you very much and welcome to you all. It's a very great honor and pleasure to be here and to welcome you to Sorbonne University. It's great to know the vast community that you represent, so it's fantastic for these first annual days. First annual days of the PEPR LUMA, Light and Matter, in my best French priority research program and equipment and light matter interaction. So thank you, Céline, thank you, Rémi, for organizing this magnificent event. Thanks to Anna and I suppose Stéphane Lechrome, who should have been in the circle as well. LUMA, as you probably all know, but perhaps some of you have come from other parts of Sorbonne University or other parts of French laboratories in Paris, but probably you do know, LUMA is a flagship exploratory research program supported by France 2030, co-led or co-operated by the CEA and the CNRS, and bringing together what I would call a vibrant community, vibrant national community of over 1,000 researchers. So we're very proud at Sorbonne University to be part of this, to be one of its partner institutions, alongside Aix-Marseille, Bordeaux, Lyon 1, Lille, and Strasbourg. This program embodies a collective ambition to explore, understand, and harness light as a tool to investigate and transform matter. I'm myself a specialist of theatre, and I know nothing about the chemical nature of light, but I do know about its transformative power. So it does that across physics, chemistry, biology, material science, and beyond. It builds on France's long-standing leadership in light-matter interaction, a field which is recognized by quite a number of Nobel Prizes, the most recent of which was awarded to Swedish-French Anne L'Huillier, who gained her PhD here, her alma mater, I would say, and who has been collaborating for many years with the LCPMR, the Laboratory of Physics of Matter and Radiation. LUMA's strength lies in its interdisciplinarity. And as such, it's perfectly in line with with Sorbonne University major scientific strategy, a strategy which is about promoting groundbreaking research at the heart, but also at the interface of disciplines. Its three scientific challenges, smart photoscience, photons for green technologies, and light for protection, address key societal issues from renewable energy to health, from environmental sustainability to the preservation of heritage. And we have just launched a program called Sphinx, which is about precisely the preservation of cultural heritage, material and immaterial, but material as a matter of fact, which would be a partner of collaboration as a matter of fact. As a university committed to interdisciplinarity and societal impact, Sorbonne University is fully engaged in LUMA. You have our support. Our laboratories contribute to several major projects, and we are also deeply involved in the network of distributed platforms that make LUMA unique among the PEPRs, and it's quite something that has to be foregrounded, the open access to some extent of a wide range of platforms. These annual days are not only a scientific gathering, they are an opportunity to strengthen and to invigorate our community, to share ideas, to launch collaborations, and collectively to shape the future of light matter science. So we're thrilled to host this event. Thank you to all of you. Thank you to the organizers, but thank you to all of you for your presence, for your dedication, for your contributions. Special thanks to the keynote speakers coming from farther away, maybe, with fascinating talks and approaches. So I wish you very, very fruitful and inspiring days. Make the most of it, and thank you for your attention.
We will now begin with the introduction. So before beginning and telling you more about LUMA together with Rémi, I would like to present all the governing board of LUMA. So I don't know if they are here. Yes, please. So our two program managers, Sarah, can you come here? And Lorraine. And our communication lady Mathilde, who is behind. So this is thanks to all of them that we were able to organize this day. So thanks a lot. And if you, in case you have any question, so please do not hesitate to go and see Sarah, Lorraine, or Mathilde behind you. So PEPR LUMA, it was also already a little said during the previous talk. LUMA stands for Lumière and Matière, and as you know, light is around us for everyday life, but also in science, life plays a big role, not only for characterizing matter, but also for shaping the property of matters. So the ambition of LUMA was to develop, to go between two axes. First axis is try to develop new sources, mainly attosecond sources. Try to develop new types of light, for example, so-called chiral light, so beam with angular momentum. So this is one big part of our activities. And on the other way around, the idea was to develop new photoactive materials. So, for example, it can be molecules, it can be assemblies of molecules, supramolecular assembly, it can be nanoparticles, and it can be hybrid system. And all this, in fact, has the objective to bridge different domains, scientific domains, from physics to biology, going through chemistry. So LUMA was launched last year in Bordeaux. This is the budget is about 40 million euros, which was distributed into different projects that will be presented today. But also the budget is also used for the access of different platforms. Rémi will tell more about this. So altogether, this is about 400 people. 26 institutions, university, and so on. And so the idea is to really promote interdisciplinary science and to structure all the scientific communities that know each other, but sometimes that would gain in discussing much more with each other. So LUMA is organized around 4 thematic axes, which are summarized here, and that you can see on the kakemono over there. So chirality, photochemistry and materials, energy and environment, and health. In order to have a taste of all these different topics, we are very proud to have 4 keynote speakers today with us. So Professor Leif Hammarström, who will speak about, give some kind of context about artificial photosynthesis. We will also welcome Marina Klimova speaking about light for diagnostic in biology for imaging. And the third talk will be given by Majet Chergi from EPFL, speaking about ultrafast spectroscopy. So this will give you somehow the international context of all the axes of LUMA. And then this will be completed by 4 so-called highlights from people that are within the project funded by LUMA. So you will have a talk from Cyriac Genet about optical twist on chiral system, regarding chirality, a talk from Anne-Sophie Duval regarding photodynamic therapy in link with a moonshot related to the topic 4, which is health. Stefan Acke, we will speak about ultrafast spectroscopy in link with the topic number 2, photochemistry and materials. And then, no, I missed, in link with chirality. And the last talk will be given by Olivier Sopera about plasmonic chemistry. So, and you will also have some highlights of the so-called moonshot of each of these different topics.
Thank you, Céline. Thank you, all of you, actually, for being here and joining these first annual days of PEPR LUMA. I will just tell a few words now about the infrastructures included and provided by the PEPR LUMA. You probably know already quite a lot because we communicated a lot about these infrastructures, but still we can tell a few words now. We have, because it is the second main body of the PEPR LUMA. One main body is what Céline explained, these thematic research activities. The second main body is about these infrastructures. One first is called ultrafast, and it brings together some techniques and some instrumentation related to spectroscopy, pump probe spectroscopy, time-resolved spectroscopy, from the very, very ultra-fast scales, attoseconds, to more longer scales, which are very useful for many topics, microseconds, milliseconds, and in between, of course, we have the very interesting time scales about the femtosecond instrumentation. It also involves other kind of instruments and platforms about nano fabrication, optical lithography, and so on. Second part is called operando prototyping. And this one is, you have probably more diversity of instruments related to in situ characterization under illumination, such as NMR, EPR, and others. And also testing possibilities of devices under operation up to larger prototypes, especially in the field of photoelectrocatalysis and so on. I will not tell more because today we have two highlight spots about the platforms and infrastructures. One at noon about the operando platforms, and the second at 3:30 p.m. on the ultrafast. And maybe even most importantly are the posters that you will see in the hall. All these posters are there such that you can meet the staff, technical, scientific staff of the platforms who are there to introduce their instrumentation and so to the possible users. So it is the good time to discuss together, see if there is some interesting experiments to be done with your samples and with your instruments. Practically speaking, we built an infrastructures hub, so it is a portal. It gathers the national network of these 26 platforms on operando on one side, ultrafast on the other side. It is, and this is maybe the key word of today, it is open to everyone, not only those who have been already funded by projects and everything. So everyone in the scientific community, whatever the discipline, of course, the national scientific community in academia, but then it's open to everyone, and it is covered by LUMA. It means that it includes, of course, the support from the platforms, from the staff, scientific, technical staff. But LUMA also covers the operating costs, the mission, the accommodation and travel for the users who want to go to the platforms to do the experiments. So it is really open and fully covered. In the, practically speaking, for this application process, it's an open call. You can apply anytime. You have to fill a project, a form and a project in a few pages about what you want to do on this platform. And it will be evaluated by external reviewers. And if granted, then you have a number of days to do your experiments on the platform. This will be much more explained at these 2 spots on platforms today, and you can discuss in the hall. Céline.
Okay, so as said by Rémi, all these platforms are really rich environment. And our idea when discussing was, well, making an experiment on a platform is sometimes not so easy. You need to prepare things, you need to check and make few experiments before. So our idea was to launch a new call enabling, towards mainly young scientists, and enabling to get some money to prepare all these future platform experiments. So the idea is to give something like 10 kilo euros. It can be to pay a training period. It can be to buy few, small equipment and so on, so that you can be prepared to go on a platform. And in between, you can already speak to the different people of the platform to know exactly what the platform can help. Well, in which sense the platform can help you, and what you have to do to really get the best of the platform when going there. So this call is open right now. Like the access to the platform, you can do it when you can make your demand whenever you want. There will be a first deadline on November 20. At this deadline, we will have a look on all the project. And we will select some of them. It will depend of the number, of course. And there will be a second deadline in April next year. So the idea is to make something simple. So this is only one, few details to fill on a form, and a small document to explain what you have in mind, what you will do, what will be your expenses. This will be like for I would say, regular access to the platform. This will be evaluated by external scientists, and we hope to do that quite rapidly so that you can access to the platform within the 6 months of your demand. You can scan the QR code here, and you will have more detail on our website. Just a few words about other ongoing action. Once again, towards young researchers, the idea was to help young researchers to develop their own networks, so not only nationally, but also internationally. So you can ask for grants to go in a lab, mostly, for example, in Europe, to make some complementary experiments. Here again, I think you can apply whenever you want with a deadline on November 20. And the expenses that can be covered are around 5 kilo euros. Next ongoing action regards symposium, scientific workshop. The idea is to help you promote the science that is done within LUMA, so we can help you at different levels. Can be financially, it can be also to make some communication, to help you in organizing the session. What we ask you is to come to us 6 months before the event you want to organize. And the last new action, which we would like to speak about today, is the so-called Club Jeune, so mainly for non-permanent people, PhD students, postdocs. Once again, the idea would be that you, in fact, take action with us, trying to help us to organize some symposium, develop some interaction with international labs, and so on. So you will know more about this club, I think, on our website. And also, we will speak more about this tomorrow. So if some people are interested, once again, do not hesitate to come to us, and we can discuss what we can organize. This is something that we really launched today. So we need ideas. We need also people motivated. And I will give the floor to Rémi.
Yes. This is the last slide. don't worry, we are still on time. But I want to tell you one word. I want to take a moment. Actually, this is the conclusion, but it is, of course, not a conclusion. It's actually a beginning. I want you, please, to remember, it's a kind of emotional moment for all of us. We started this big story, actually, this adventure, started already something like 4 years ago. And 4 years ago, I don't know if you remember, when the government launched these PEPR tools, and then we wanted to promote light matter interaction science. Not only chemistry, but also physics, but also biology, and even more, medicine, and so. And it was very difficult, you all know, because many of you participated to this adventure. We started with a blank page. And in a few weeks, in a few months, even in a few years, because we were not selected at the first round, we were selected at the second round, the year after, we worked hard to make it possible. But then, when it started, officially, this PEPR LUMA started administratively 2023, so it's already more than 2 years. But we had something like an empty grid. We needed to fill it with real science somehow, real projects. Of course, it was not empty grid because we had already some platforms that we have already selected during the writing of the project. But then we had to fill it with big consortia of research that we call the moonshot projects, through some call of expressions of interest through the ANR, and then additional call for expression of interest to complement the platforms, and then another one call for proposals for additional research projects, which are actually now starting. This month, we have all the kickoffs of these projects. And now, we are at a time that the PEPR LUMA is fully implemented. So maybe some of you could think that it's really too long. I mean, 2 years and something to start effectively is too long, but keep in mind that we wanted to keep this PEPR LUMA open, fully open. I mean, these open calls, even the calls for expression of interest, calls for proposal, were open to all your ideas. We could not select all of them, but actually it was open. And we want to continue to keep it open with this access to platforms, to infrastructures, with these partnerships with events, but this very new call, action that we want to promote young researchers together with the platforms that Céline described, and so on and so on, mobility, club, jeune. So all this is open to everyone. We want to keep the community all together. We want to create new, energy together, and the real science starts now. It already started for some of you. The moonshot projects have already started 1 year ago. But basically, now we can start the real science, and I think and everything is described in this brochure, this project, and so the thematic research and the platforms, all are there. So please take one, or even take one more if you had only one, and distribute around you. This is, I think, a unique chance for all of us to promote our science, interdisciplinary science, and it's a unique chance actually to show that light matter interactions is not only beautiful, I think we are all convinced that it is beautiful, but also useful and fruitful, and we can communicate quite a lot with the society, with the government, whatever, so that PEPR LUMA can continue many years after the effective end of PEPR LUMA. Thank you. I hope you will enjoy this day. I hope you will agree with the general spirit, and I'm happy that we will all discuss together today. Thank you.